Hey guys, my name is Saydog and I am a huge roguelike fan. I genuinely think rogue type games like your roguelikes and your roguelites are the best games to have in general. The whole genre is based on replayability and I'm a big fan of getting bang for your buck. So this video, I've decided to make a top 5 list, essentially talking about some of my favorite roguelikes of all time and why they are in my top 5. But before we start, quick warning, I have not played everything. So if there is a game you think should be in my top 5 but isn't, please let me know down in the comment section. And if you do enjoy this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. This video, we're gonna be going for 8 likes, and without further ado, let's get right into it. I just want to start off with my honorable mentions. Top 5 is a really small amount, and while these games are really great, they just don't hit that same itch that the real top 5 would. I still wanted to shine some light on them though, so let's get right into it. Windblown is freaking awesome. This game is made by the same people who made Dead Cells, which is another really cool roguelike, and they did a phenomenal job. Windblown feels like a super fast-paced, arcadey, hack and slash platformer. Well, not really feels like, but that's exactly what it is. There's a bunch of cool builds you can do, a bunch of weapons to use, and then awesome mechanics. I think my favorite part about this game though, unironically, is the music. Listen to this track real quick. Skull the Hero Slayer is a 2D platformer roguelite where you are a little skeleton guy that's trying to save his kingdom. The premise of the game is really simple, but pretty cool. The main reason I like this game is the concept that you are a skeleton that just switches to skulls with other skeletons to gain powers and abilities. It's a really cool roguelike and I would definitely recommend checking it out. Not much else to say about it though, but it's very awesome. My final honorable mention has to be one of my favorite games of all time, and that's just based off of like a personal preference. Call to the Lamb is genuinely one of the very few games that I heard about in early in dev, and I waited to pre-order and then fully completed the game when it first came out. Call to the Lamb is like Sims mixed itself with a really fun and cute action roguelite, and then added one of the most banging soundtracks of all time. Genuinely, I'd say if you have the extra money, playing Call to the Lamb is an experience that everyone should have. Not because it's like mind-blowing or anything crazy, but it's a really awesome game with a lot of freaking heart. It's also the perfect game for streamers to stream. It has like this cool little integration thing where your villagers in your little city are your viewers, which is really cool. Please follow my Twitch so I can eventually replay the game fully Twitch integrated. Please. It's now time for what everyone has all been waiting for, my actual top 5. Number 5, Vampire Survivors is not only one of the cheapest games on this list, but one of the cheapest games that I own. And when I tell you this game is super valuable for the money, I really mean it. Vampire Survivors is an arcade type game where you combine different abilities and characters to survive hordes of different monsters. It looks really simple and plays even simpler, but all I would say is try this game if you're looking for something to sink time into. It's really great, really fun game if you're trying to go achievement hunting. And last thing I'll say about this game is, where are the vampires? Number 4, Dead Cells is one of, if not the smoothest roguelike I've ever played. The movement in this game is honestly enough to just put it on a top 5 list. One thing about me is I cannot play 2D platformers. I'll buy them, try them, and then just stop playing them. But genuinely, Dead Cells does something right. I'll be honest, when I first tried Dead Cells back in the day, I bought the game and refunded it 3 times before actually giving the game my all. And that's one of the best decisions I've ever made. This game is lightning fast, Awesome difficulty level if you're like looking for a challenge. It has hours upon hours of different content that you can play. Dead Cells is genuinely one of the goats of the genre, and I would definitely try it out regardless if you like 2D platformers or not. Number 3, Risk of Rain 2. Risk of Rain 2 happens to have some of the most addicting gameplay loops of all time. I feel like you can consistently always get on Risk of Rain 2 and not be bored, guaranteed. This game takes getting overpowered to a different level. All the items are infinitely stackable. You can technically just keep playing one run for hours upon hours on end, and it just would get harder and harder as time goes on. Not only is Risk of Rain 2 challenging, but you have such a large amount of characters on the roster that are super unique. Hundreds of different items to use, and to put a cherry on top of all of that, you have a banging soundtrack out of everything. If you want something fun that you can play by yourself or with friends and have hours upon hours of great game content, I suggest playing RRR2. It truly shows what the essence of the game genre is, and it's irreplaceable within the space. Number 2, the Hades series, which includes Hades 1 and Hades 2. When I speak about this series being in second, it hurts me to the deepest depths of my heart to put it below anything else. This series happens to be genuinely one of the most beautifully well-crafted game series I've ever played in my entire life. The soundtracks are amazing. The story is mind-numbingly good. The voice acting is spectacular. The characters are fun to like interact with and things like that. And the gameplay loop is probably one of the most addicting in any roguelike, dog. I could keep going on and on about the Hades series, but it would really never end. Hades is one of, if not my favorite roguelikes of all time, regardless of genre, regardless of like anything. And if you have not played Hades 1 or 2, I suggest if you take anything from this video, buying both of them and at least having them sit in your library. Like, you don't even really have to play it, but it's just like having them is basically like saying you know ball. Last thing I'll say, in the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message. The final game, my number 1 greatest roguelike of all time. The Binding of Isaac has to be hands down the greatest thing in the genre. This thing is like the One Piece of the roguelike community, except there's absolutely no reason to dislike this game. Genuinely, this game has one of the coolest gameplay loops, actual infinite replayability, and so much more to it. There's a ton of characters, challenges you could do. You do achievement hunting on top of that, and you have to have one of the coolest achievement systems of all time built into the game, Dead God. Basically, Dead God is completing 600 something achievements on 3 different save files. If you happen to have this, all respect to you, and I shall bow down to you forever, because genuinely, I have about 350 hours on the game, and I only have about half of the achievements. That's more than like an hour per achievement in my collection. I will say, if you happen to be interested in the genre at all, give both this game and Hades a chance, as they are both must plays, not only just for the rogue genre in general, but in all of gaming. Anyway, it's me, your boy Saydog. If you did enjoy this video, please let me know by hitting that like button, and subscribe if you want more content just like this. In the wild, crocodiles, and I'll see you boys later, alligators. Peace.